Welcome to the Explainer. So today we're tackling a universal, everyday challenge that I'm sure we can all relate to: household coordination. Specifically, we're going to take a totally mundane chore and turn it into a literal masterclass on how to use the technology that's already sitting right there in your hand to drastically reduce daily friction. Let's dive right in. I want you to ask yourself a quick question. How much of your brain, right at this very moment, is occupied by milk and eggs? Seriously, think about that invisible mental weight of remembering mundane errands. We all carry around this constant low-level anxiety, right? Like, oh wait, did I buy paper towels? Or, oh, we're almost out of coffee. It's this cognitive load that just slowly drains our energy throughout the week. But what if your phone could literally carry that burden for you? Section 1. Act 1, the context, understanding the why. Now, what's really fascinating here is how this shifts our whole perspective. This comes straight from Papa, the author of the newsletter that actually inspired today's analysis. Papa's take frames this perfectly, pointing out that while we call it a grocery list, it's actually this incredibly versatile framework for organizing, well, any shared experience. It could be a packing list for a family vacation, or maybe coordinating who brings what to a tailgate party. The groceries, they're really just the entry point into a much, much deeper organizational philosophy. To truly wrap our heads around this, we've got to look at the human element. For instance, Papa regularly coordinates these daily tasks with his spouse, Colonel Debs, just like he used to do with his late father, Papa Q-Bear. But the specific names aren't nearly as important as what they actually represent. We're talking about your family members, your roommates, your partners. Collaborating with them basically turns this solo, frustrating task into a completely synchronized shared mission. It fundamentally removes the friction of running a household. Section 2. The Grocery Labyrinth, Taming the Chaos. Okay, let's look at the actual mechanics in the Apple Reminders app, because it's honestly astonishingly simple. You open the app, tap Add List, give it a name, and then, okay, here is the absolute critical part. You tap List Type and select Groceries. Then, just hit Done. That's it. With those 4 simple taps, you've just activated an incredibly intelligent, totally hidden sorting engine right inside your device. And this beautifully illustrates exactly what happens next. See, you aren't just typing random words onto a blank digital page anymore. The whole landscape of the app actually evolves in real time. As you type just simple, everyday words, Apple's built-in intelligence instantly triggers this invisible categorization engine. So, the coolest part about this is how it literally mirrors the physical world. Watch this. You type apples, and boom, it jumps right under a produce header. You type milk, and it instantly flies over to dairy, eggs, and cheese. Steak goes to meat. Sugar goes to baking. The app is dynamically building the actual physical layout of the supermarket right there on your screen. So you're no longer running back and forth across the store like a maniac just because your list was out of order. The chaos, it's instantly organized. Now you might be wondering, what if an item lands in the wrong section? Like say you buy a really specific vegan cheese and it drops it into some weird category. No big deal. You literally just tap, hold, and drag it exactly where you want it. And the true magic here is that the app actually learns. It permanently remembers your custom preference for the next time you add that exact item. It entirely adapts to your life. Section 3. Shared Intent, the Magic of Sync. I want you to picture the old way we all used to do this. You know exactly what I'm talking about. A chaotic stream of fragmented text messages. Hey, can you grab milk? Wait, no, I already bought milk. It always leads to duplicate purchases or totally forgotten items. Now contrast that with the new way. When you use a shared reminders list, it basically becomes this synchronized, glowing web of shared intent. Everyone involved is looking at the exact same real-time ecosystem. And extending this digital tether to a partner, like, say, Colonel Debs, is incredibly seamless. You just open your shiny new grocery list, tap that share icon, and shoot them an invite via messages or mail. As long as they've got an Apple account and iCloud turned on for reminders, they literally just hit accept. And suddenly, you're both piloting the exact same ship. And just look at how this builds your collaborative superpowers. If you share this via an iMessage thread, you actually get live activity updates right there in the chat. You can even turn on notifications so your phone gives a little buzz when someone adds or checks off an item. Oh, and you can use the @ symbol to assign specific items to specific people. So imagine this. You're in the produce aisle and your partner's over in the dairy aisle, and you're both checking off items in real time, side by side on the exact same list. It's just a beautiful, totally friction-free ants of household management all week long. Section 4. Synthesis Capabilities Unlocked. Okay, so to distill our journey today down to its absolute core elements, selecting that groceries list type, that is the magic key that unlocks all the auto sorting. The system is actually smart enough to adapt to any manual changes you make. Bringing your family into the list via iCloud completely, absolutely eliminates the chaos of duplicate purchases. And finally, leveraging those extra features like notifications and assignments, well, that just keeps your entire household perfectly in sync. But here's what I really, truly want you to take away from this. As Papa so wisely observed earlier, this isn't really just about groceries. This tech tip is a fantastic way to immerse yourself deeper into the capability of the phone in your pocket. We so often treat these devices just as, screens for entertainment or scrolling, but they are actually these massive, untapped reservoirs of cognitive relief. By offloading even a simple chore into this intelligent system, you are literally reclaiming your own mental space. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder today. If just one simple settings tweak can completely organize your grocery shopping and totally sync up your family, what other invisible burdens can that pocket-sized supercomputer carry for you today? Seriously, start exploring and take your brain space back. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.